So, full coming to you with another commentary. So, I guess it's gotten to a point where, like, uh, the modern woman, uh, whether she be Belejo, Danejo, uh, of Latin culture, of, Caribbean culture, of, Asian culture, as long as she has as long as she has the Western mindset, I guess she feels this some of these things go. So let's check out what some of these things are real quickly. Let's see. Okay. Let's see.
I'm about to say it's gonna be controversial, but you can't get mad because it's facts. Like, how are you gonna get mad at facts? Women actually need to sleep with more men. It's backed by science. Like, there have been studies.
The funny, like, so, and she probably can't even pull the receipts that is backed by science that women need to sleep with more men. Like, she probably has no scientific evidence backing this claim that women need to be more promiscuous, women need to be more lewd, and there's no claim backing what she's saying. There's none whatsoever. I would like to see those claims, and I'm not about to go on Google and search for it. Because in my opinion, it's complete and utter bullshit. But let's continue on.
That women are better wives once they've been ran through. It would be a lot.
So she said women are better wives once they've been ran through. Now, the thing is that when women have like many sexual partners, right? Um, they tend to get used to that. They tend to get used to the dysfunction of that. They tend to get used to just being lewd, and they tend to get used to that. You know what I mean? And they can't, like, they really don't know how to become a wife after doing those things. You know what I mean? It's like something that they don't know how to do. They don't know how to be a wife after they've been sleeping around for so much. You know what I mean? So when this is said, when she's saying things like that, it just goes to show you that, again, it's a case of having your cake and eating it too. Like, that's just really what it's a case of. Is that it's the case of, like, you know I feel I feel like I should have this, so I might as well be able to have the other thing too, that the requires a whole different way of thinking, although I'm not ready to have that way of thinking, you know but let's continue.
Logical and senseless and reckless for women to just wait until marriage because men don't even know how to satisfy women, or most of them don't know. Not all men.
Okay, you can shut up now. I'm pretty sure that men know how to satisfy women. um Otherwise, if men didn't know how to satisfy women, you wouldn't be desiring to get ran through all the time if you didn't enjoy it, you know? So she can stop with that, you know what I mean? It's like, just basically stop right there, you know? But let's continue.
Not all men, most men don't really know how to satisfy a woman. So, how does a woman know if she's going to be satisfied unless she takes him out for a spin? We don't want to be.
Okay. How does a woman know she's going to be satisfied? Starts with an O. It's called orgasm. A woman knows when she's having an orgasm. She will know when she climaxes. That's how you know she'll be satisfied. There's different things guys can do in order to get her to that point. That doesn't include her getting ran through by other guys.
Down to someone that's not going to be able to satisfy us and end up in an unhappy relationship, and then I'm going to have to cheat on him and get what I'm not getting somewhere else. It just makes more sense for a woman to have a higher body count than
I'm going to have to cheat on him in order to get something that I'm not getting from him. So let's decode what she's saying. Let's decode what she's saying, okay? So instead of just saying I'm gonna have to leave him in order to get what I want to get, she says I have to cheat on him to get what I want to get. So what that means is that she's like, okay, I want to use his money, I want to use his resources, but I still want my back blown out by someone else. That's all she's saying. That's it. Don't be fooled, guys.
men.
That's what we.
Okay. You hear how dumb these women are? It's very crazy. Okay, let me see. Now, let's go ahead and see what we are at right now when a woman keeps it all the way a buck and honest, but many people aren't ready for this conversation. Let's go ahead and check it out.
When back to school makes you feel like a fool, you too can snag a spouse. Find your thin with.
Hey, this is Raul. Please act
Shout
right.
out to Roll.
So, let's
Not to provide anymore. But
act like they just don't get the point. So, let's see if they can get the point. Woman counselor like this woman right here.
Why are men bailing out of relationships? I'm always seeing from women in the comment section that men are not men anymore, that they don't want to.
We're men. It's just that we're men who are hip to what's going on. We just kind of like got hip to the whole thing that's going on. You know what I mean? We're still men though. Don't get it wrong. We're still men.
Provide anymore. But we've been living in a society that has constantly shunned men. We have this perpetuation of, I don't need a man anymore because I can work on my own and I don't want to be a slave to him. I don't want to be his maid and his cook.
So, it's crazy because I'm even out of town, and where I'm out of town, it's very kind of tricky, like to get African food. It's very kind of tricky to get Caribbean food. So what happened is, there's this one girl, she's, of Gambian descent. And I just said, I just asked her, yo, do you know where I can get some good, like, Gambian food? Or some good, some good West African food. And she said, yeah, sure, I'll just cook for you. And I said, all right, bet. I'll just Cash App you. And then I'll Cash App you and I'll Uber the food to where I am, She said, oh, no problem. You don't have to do that. But I said, nah, I'm going to do it, because you got to pay for your you got to pay for the food. Number one, you have to pay for the food, and you have to pay for the ingredients. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have like make you. I'm definitely gonna cover the costs for that. You know what I mean? And so, but you ask, if I ask a modern woman, if I ask a woman like, hey, are you gonna cook or are you gonna clean? She'll respond in the negative. You know, that's it. That's how it works, guys.
A lot of women also kind of shame this whole idea of having children as if it's like beneath them or something. So if a man wants to have a child, why would he settle down with you and marry you and provide for you and be the man for you? Since we have such a prevalent.
And about that, I'm not gonna even cap. I love kids. I cannot even cap. Is it difficult to raise them? You're damn right. Especially if you're trying to raise them in a Western society. It's one of the most difficult things you can do. But anytime, the thing is that anytime that you I want to say,
I think.
like, for example, when I coach track and field, when I see one of my athletes on the podium, I actually it almost brings me to tears, because it's like, that kid followed the program. That kid trusted me to basically get them to a certain point. You know what I mean? And so like it's not like that I dislike kids. It's that the kids that come from single parent households tend to be more unruly, especially single, strong, independent women households.
Hookup culture, women believe that this kind of idea of being promiscuous is empowering.
Sexual liberation. Put it this way, I'm not into that shit at all. Yeah, like a lot of nobody wants like used mileage, you know. So yeah, I'm good on that.
It's not giving the man the incentive to be the man and the provider and step up for you, because you're not being a traditional woman yourself. Why would he show up as a traditional man for you?
And that's what they want. Like, that's what all these 304s want. That's what all these modern Western women want. They want a guy to be in a traditional role, but they don't want to do the things that a traditional woman does. They still want to be able to have, and I've said it in many videos, they still want to be able to have hot girl summer. They still want to be able to, whatchamacallit, have, I want to say, the ride the carousel, So that's what they want to do. So this is the whole thing, And it doesn't work like that, period.
We have kind of shunned men out of society. Like, we blame everything on them. We're so oppressed, we say, in the United States, which is so ironic because women are doing better academically. And when women couldn't work, none of us were even alive during that time. So we're making the modern day man pay for what has happened before any of us were even born. The other thing I think is kind of unfair is that women want men to be the sole provider while she also goes to work. And she doesn't want to do the household duties either. She feels.
Yeah. So how did then you would have to ask yourself, like you would have to ask yourself, like, how is that gonna work? You know what I mean? Like how is it that like a man's supposed to like bust his ass, right? Um, and do these things, right? But at the same time, a woman is like, I guess you can say, not entitled to have to do those things. You know what I mean? Like, so this makes no sense to me. Like, she goes out, works and stuff like that, and like what? Like what? I think what she's wanting at the end of the day, because like the modern woman, she definitely loves to try to keep up with the Joneses, is that she feels it would be better to hire like some house help or something like that, hire a maid or something like that. Like that's what they feel. That's what they will want. You know what I mean? But you know what happens, and this, I think this happened with Arnold Schwarzenegger, as a matter of fact. I think Arnold Schwarzenegger slept with the maid. You know, I think, and so that's usually what happens. You know, when a wife is not available, you know, the dude will just be like, okay, well, time for entanglement. You know, so yeah, it's very confusing. You know how things work now. Well, let's continue on.
Like the household duties are also beneath her. So what exactly are you wanting? You want to work full time, make money full time, and then have a man fully provide for you without you doing any kind of work in the home?
Exactly. Some of these women want a man that's.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it comes down to. You know, it's sad, but I mean, it's the truth.
Home?
Exactly. Some of these
Want
do while she
Or something.
come home,
work full time, make money full time.
pay all the bills, cooking money, come home and do as.
So, you know, in essence, that's what they want. You know, and it just doesn't work like that. You know. Now, you know, I kind of want to go on to two more things. Um, this just goes to show that, like, getting run through is okay, no problem. Sniffing cocaine, making sex tapes, but when it's time to settle down, find a guy to settle down with who's a dork, a dweeb, or quote unquote nice guy, and that's the end of it. When it's when it's time to stop having fun. And you know, unfortunately, this woman, the talk show host, actually co-signs this behavior. But let's go ahead and look.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So
And
am
then-
I, because I'm at risk.
Wow.
And the crazy section is the comment section. She works hard. She's waited for a long time. Kudos to her for a big wedding and honeymoon. So making a sex tape is working hard. Doing a reality show is working hard. Celebrities are what they, and this is a beta male, by the way, or it may be a woman. Celebrities are what they are today thanks to Paris Hilton. So Paris Hilton ain't even a damn celebrity. She's a damn daughter of a hotel guy. She looks extremely happy. I've always loved Paris Hilton. Her wedding dress was breathtaking. Actually, all of them. She's always so fun. I'm so happy that she met the man of her dreams. In the interview, we can feel her genuine happiness. Good for her. Just look at the serenity and the calmness when she talks. I've always been a fan of Paris. She's genuinely kind, works hard, and is mature than what tabloids used to say about her. Love Paris. She's the best. She lives a wonderful life. She's deserving. She's an incredibly intelligent and beautiful woman. I feel like the world has severely underestimated her. Lord have mercy. Oh my God. I haven't seen one negative thing about her riding the cock carousel, because put it this way, there were more than one celebrity that she was hooking up with, sniffing cocaine, doing all types of shit. You know what I mean?
Beautiful dress, and that is...
See?
Of course. But you look great. So all the times that you've been here, I have a favorite memory, but what is your favorite memory?
There's so many.
And now, how did y'all meet? Tell everybody how you met, because you met earlier. I know how you met, but tell everybody how you met.
We met 15 years ago at one of my house parties, and we were friends, and then we
So, friend zone, number one. The guy was in the friend zone. Let's get that straight. Friend zone guy. Let's keep on going.
connected 2019, Thanksgiving in the Hamptons, and we've been inseparable ever since.
Okay, so he just waited his turn, in essence, when she was done.
It's so weird that it's about the timing, right? Because
Yes.
you met him, but it wasn't the right time for him or for you.
It wasn't the right time for her, because she was out being promiscuous, doing all those things.
And then it just seems like he's like the perfect guy for you.
He really is.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready.
And when she says, notice how when she says he really is, she looks almost annoyed, bro. Like there's a part of her, look at her looking down. There's like a part of her that says like, damn, I miss being promiscuous.
For a nice guy yet. But
Yeah. You have to go through all the bad boys and realize that it's true. It's not fair, because a lot of really nice, sweet guys, they're too nice.
I know, but now I love it.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm gonna just end this video with this, guys. Guys, stay on your square. Whatever it is you're involved in, whether it's coding, whether it's some kind of sport activity, whether it's some kind of music, whether it's some kind of like creative aspect, whether it's some kind of financial empowerment, just stick with that. Don't cater to these women. You're fighting a losing battle. That's just the bottom line. You're fighting a losing battle. And you deserve so much more as a man, because of the simple fact that this society already has it out for you. This society already looks at you, and you have to be everything that a woman ain't. Even when you don't want to be that, even when you don't feel like being that. So just stay on your square. Just stay on your square. Don't worry about it, guys. Everything is going to be okay. Don't worry. For real. Don't worry. You'll be all right, man. But anyhow,